Greetings, everyone. I think that there's a couple people on the line, maybe 2 or 3 folks on the line. Just want to wish everybody a good evening. My name is Trevor Kessner. I am with the Boise Parks and Recreation Department. I'm a planner for the Parks Department. This is a neighborhood meeting for folks that are within a 300-foot radius of the corner of North Glenwood Street and West Long Drive, which is on the south side of the future Spaulding Ranch park site. So the purpose of this meeting today is just to re-engage the neighbors that are within this proximity and just let them know that the proposed design for the the cul-de-sac that we were proposed to build at the corner of this this intersection, when the Parks Department went to the Ada County Commissioners, they didn't like the design. They thought it was too wide and too much of a large turnaround for this local neighborhood roadway. So we had our designers go back and redesign it based upon what the Ada County Highway District Commissioners kind of said that they wanted. And so if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and just share my screen. So here is the area where we're at right now. We're at the corner of North Glenwood here and West Long Drive, and this is kind of what it looks like now. It's a real basic kind of crummy looking dead end. There's some water pooling there, and what we'd like to do actually is let's see here. I want to share a different screen. How do I share a different screen? Let's see. Let's just minimize that. I'll share this screen. Screen 2. My apologies. So what you're looking at here is an overlay of what we had proposed, the first iteration of what we had proposed to the Ada County Highway District. The area that is in red hatching here was what the Parks Department had asked Ada County Highway District to vacate, meaning they would give up their right-of-way and the city would acquire the land. And the area that is hatched in green here is what the city was going to dedicate as additional right-of-way to the Ada County Highway District. So what we would have ended up with was a very, very large cul-de-sac. So what you're looking at here is what the kind of the general design was. You could see it's a very large, widened area, so folks could turn around, and we were under the impression, the city was under the impression that this was kind of standard design for a dead end. But the commission, again, I said the commission didn't like it. So what we've done is we've redesigned this to look like this. As you can see, we eliminate the cul-de-sac, and West Long Drive is traveling kind of northeast, just continues on. The sidewalk will continue on, and you'll end up with kind of a somewhat of a 90-degree angle here. This shows a proposed ramp on each side of the service entrance drive, but ultimately Ada County Highway District traffic engineers would make the decision of whether those ramps are going to be there or where exactly, if they want a crosswalk at this corner. They may not want a crosswalk on the corner, but we want to have folks be able to get across North Glenwood and make sure it's safe for all. So this is the bulk of what this meeting's about. We're just wanting to let our neighbors know that the design of this kind of dead end here at Long and Glenwood has changed only slightly. It's not as wide, and we have kind of a 90-degree angle and keep the road narrow and more appropriate for a neighborhood local roadway. So we have our Q&A open. If you have any questions, you can hit us up in the chat box. That's really all I have to offer, folks. I'm glad that the folks that had signed up and attended have joined us. So that's really all I have for everybody tonight. And I'm just going to go ahead and stay on the line here and wait for any questions or comments to come up. And I appreciate you all for taking an interest in Spaulding. I'm going to go ahead and mute this. So Okay, I went ahead and unmuted. It looks like Jonathan Melby has hit us up in the Q&A and asked if the old roadway will become any sort of a driveway for the Spaulding Ranch. So this area, as we build this sidewalk here, we will do curb, gutter, and sidewalk to round out this dead end here. And as you can see on the display, we show an ACHD driveway approach with 6-foot wings. So that is actually going to be the service entrance. It will be the southern entrance to the Spaulding Ranch. It's not going to be the primary entrance, but it'll more likely just be like a service road for future agricultural equipment and trucks, people doing maintenance. Probably would want to put in like a pathway entrance that kind of runs parallel with it. It would probably be like a dual purpose, like maybe we could have a pathway that runs alongside the service road that kind of gets you into the southern portion of Spaulding Ranch. Okay, and I have another question from Annie Fuller. She says, single lane turnaround, question marks, will Long extend to Cole Road and cars can leave Long onto Cole Road? Yes, so the configuration of Long and Glenwood will stay the same with the exception of just that dead end. The Parks Department would not do anything to this southern exit here. If you're coming out of the neighborhood on Long Drive, you turn right on North Glenwood, you'll still end up at the stop sign on Cole Road, be able to turn left or right. So the service drive that goes into Spaulding Ranch, as you can see, it's 26 feet wide. So you would be able to fit 2 vehicles on that service drive as it goes into Spaulding Ranch Park. But everything outside of the park, outside of this new sidewalk and curb and gutter, would just remain as it is. That would be up to Ada County Highway District if they wanted to make any changes to this intersection configuration at Cole and Glenwood. Yeah, so to answer your question, Annie, it would remain the same with the exception of that 90-degree right turn angle outside of the Spaulding Ranch. Hopefully I'd answered your question. So. Go ahead and mute this and let's see if there's any other. Okay, I'm unmuted and I'm just, I see Annie Fuller has another question. Will there only be exit from Long onto Cole Road and not a right turn option from Cole Road? Let's see. Will there only be exit from Long onto Cole, not a right turn option from Cole? Oh, I think you might be talking about the service drive that is coming out of Spaulding Ranch onto Cole Road. And that's not, it's not going to connect to this. It's not going to connect to Long Drive at all or Glenwood. We will have a service drive on the northern portion that will come into Spaulding Ranch at the Glenwood Street on the northern part of the park. And then we'll have a service drive that goes east towards Cole Road. And you will only be able to turn right onto Cole Road or turn right into Spaulding Ranch from Cole Road. So we call that a right in, right out. But that is not this intersection here. That's going to be the northern entrance and exit of the park. Hopefully that answers your question, Annie. And it's okay if you misspelled my name, it's just fine. Go ahead and mute this and just. Okay, it looks like I've answered there's two people on the call, and it's Jim and Annie. I want to thank Jim and Annie personally for showing up for the meeting and ask your questions. I think I got you guys' questions answered both. I don't see anybody else on the line. We're at 5:45. I don't know about y'all, but I could go for some dinner right about now. If you see any of your neighbors that have questions about this meeting, feel free to direct them our way or answer the questions yourself. But we're happy to have you guys attend, and thanks again and have a good evening.